Good morning. This is Renata Brown from A-Spire magazine, where everything happens before the dash. And we are so happy to have Cherie Johnson with us. And now that name, I know you heard it before, but you're trying to put it in context. Well, think way back to one of your favorite shows. I know it was one of mine, Punky Brewsters, or even Family Matters. And you'll put the face together with that. So we're catching up with her. We want to find out what she's got going on, what it's looking like. I read some information on you, so I know you're dabbling in a few things. One of them are in the arena that I'm in. So I'm a person that I don't mind giving someone else's platform shine. I just believe in us shining together. So what's going on over at Fever Magazine? Are you still a part of that publication?
I definitely am. Thank you so much for having me. Magazines has been a dream of mine since I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. And to be able to land the assistant editor position is truly a dream. I love Fever Magazine. It is not my starting magazine, so it has progressed over the years, but Fever has given me a huge, beautiful platform to really do what I love. We're a little bit different than you because we're a men's pinup magazine. I love beautiful women, and to be able to spend the day and help style these articles and these photo shoots with these lovely, gorgeous women is like a dream come true.
Well, that's good. It's when you have a passion, it kind of just shows through in what you do. And people ask me sometimes, like, "Are you done working?" Like, no, I'm working all the time because it's what I love. It's what I do. So
Exactly.
your career has spanned a long time to be such a young woman. So,
Over 3 decades.
wow.
Yes, almost 4. It's been 38 years.
Wow. And so how do you just navigate that? What are your ambitions? You've already accomplished so much. What does that look like for you?
Wow. So you say, what are my ambitions? And I just every New Year's I sit down and I write myself a list. And my team and I go over the list and they literally laugh at me because my list grows as the year goes on. My list started with 30 things. And they said, okay, Cherie, what are we going to concentrate on first? And I said, all of them. And they said, what are future goals and what are goals right now? And I said, oh, all these are right now. And they thought I was joking. Well, it's only a month has gone by and we've accomplished 5 of them. And there's tons of things on my list that I really want to do. Punky Brewster is coming back.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yes, my life is going full circle. As a child, entertainment industry is not what I thought that I'd be doing with my life. I wanted to be an architect. And it wasn't until Family Matters was into its 6th season that I decided, maybe college is not my thing. And maybe I'll live my dream through architecture by playing with real estate and building a home. That'll be my architectural step, but maybe I am supposed to be doing this whole entertainment thing. So being able to go full circle in my career where I fell in love with the industry is a dream come true. Punky Brewster had me thinking that every set was going to be like this for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, it was not because Punky was not like work. So to be able to go back with Soleil in November and shoot this pilot with all these young kids and Freddie Prinze Jr. is on the show this time around was an amazing dream. It was also a huge reality hit when I looked up and I was the oldest on the set. Where we're used to having Susie Garrett or, I'm sorry, my daughter just walked in, or the man who played Henry Warnemont there. And they're deceased now, unfortunately. But I was the elder for the first time ever.
So that is a full circle to being one of the youngest to going to one of the eldest. So what advice would you have to the young people that are on your set that maybe you didn't get or that you have to give?
You know what I told them? I had an opportunity to kind of meet with every one of them and talk and get to know them, and we've stayed in touch since November. I knew that we were going to be picked up, but you never know. When you leave each other, this could always be the last time we see each other. I told them that I love them, and I wanted them to do it as long as they loved it. And when it started to feel like work, find something else that they love. And they all understood, even the little one, and she's only 6 years old.
Yeah.
So it was such a gift. And so my goal for this year, since Punky's coming back and he asked me about my goals, is to make sure that they come to work every day and they're having a great time.
Well, that's good. Kids these days, they just seem to be more perceptive. They kind of get it. I guess the world is a different place and there's so much things that are coming at them, but they kind of get it, I think, in certain ways that maybe we didn't get it. And so,
I don't think it was explained to us. I think parents now are a bit more open with their kids, and we literally sit down and talk to our kids, where before I feel like kids were spoken at, not to.
Yeah, I really believe that, as we were saying in the prep for the call, that, it was a time where kids were to be seen and not heard, and now, kids have their voices as well, and that's a wonderful thing. And I'm excited, okay? I'm going to be looking forward to the launch of the show. So we'll definitely get all that information and included in the article where we can tune in and see Punky Brewster, the remix.
The Peacock streaming service is where we're going to be. NBC and Universal have come together and they've started their own streaming service. And so we're at Peacock. We are their test show.
That's exciting. I'm sure all my listeners and viewers are going to be tuned in to see that. So what else? So 30, yeah, that's quite ambitious of a list, but I believe you have to be intentional and aligned with moving forward in whatever you do. So on that list, we just entered into a new year, a new decade. If you can just pick one thing, well, I'm not going to do you like that because you have 30. So if you can pick the top 5 things before 2030 that is very important and paramount for you to accomplish, what would they be?
2030? Wow, you gave me 10 years. Okay, so I will rebrand my hair products, and they will be out by 2021. I will have another book out. I am an author. I've published 5 books. My daughter, she is 5 years old, but she is in the 3rd grade. So moving her along at a healthy, happy, steadily pace is definitely a goal. I am a co-owner of a spa called Keon, and we just moved into a bigger location. It's a health and wellness center. I am a certified nutritionist, and so my goal this year would be to help 20 obese people start their transition to their goal weight. I was going to say get them to their goal weight, but depending upon how much they weigh, that might be a big goal. So to transition into their goal weight. And number 5 is continue to be happy.
And I would move that to the top of the year, to the top of the list for sure.
I'm probably one of the happiest people that you'll ever meet in life. And I think it's because I knew the secret of happiness early. And it was don't look for happiness in other people. You have to be happy with intention. So you have to wake up every day and say, today's going to be a happy day. Why is that, Cherie? Because you want it to be. It's that simple.
And I surely believe that you are the owner of your happiness and you are responsible for your happiness. And in complete control of it. And when you know that, then it's easier for it to be a happy day. So I definitely believe in that. Uh, so where can people contact with you? Be in contact for those that are listening to this. You can also see the written version of this interview. But for those that are just like click and play, where can they connect with you at? What's the best way?
I would say social media. You know, I have this love-hate relationship with it because at times it is a little bit too much and overbearing. But you can find me everywhere at Cherie Johnson 75. The 75 isn't on the end. It's not me.
Okay, that's important to know. You haven't arrived until you've been cloned.
Right, and I've been cloned a lot. You know, and I say I have a love-hate relationship with social media because social media has given me the opportunity to thank people firsthand. It's like the new fan mail, you know, but it's instant. Somebody can write me and say, hey, I've watched you grow up. I grew up with you, and I can say thank you so much for being my friend my whole life, because I don't really believe that people are necessarily my fans. I mean, I'll save that for people like Beyonce. But a lot of us have grown up together. You guys have transitioned through life and grown with me. And hopefully we continue to still go together, so I call you a distant friend. So to be able to write people who supported your career, who supported you in life is a beautiful thing. But then when things, unfortunately, like last Sunday, we lost Kobe Bryant, it's a bit much. You know, I can't say that I was a fan, but he was my friend for 28 years. So I don't think it's fair that social media wants to inbox me crash pictures or, you know, people just straight up write, Kobe's dead. That's not the way you find out one of your loved ones is deceased. So at those times, I feel that it's a little bit too much contact. And people have no couth. They don't understand that there are limits. And there's no humanization of celebrity like there used to be. So it's nice that you feel like you know people. But even when you know people, there's a certain common courtesy that goes along with that. And there's no common sense in social media, unfortunately.
Yeah, we tend to forget, and we're living behind the keyboards, and it's ironic that we have more ways to keep in touch, but yet we've lost our touch on humanity. I totally agree. I am from Long Beach, so Laker Nation forever. Kobe, I literally have his rookie card. A true fan.
I'm like a bad friend. I'm from Pittsburgh. So my love with him has nothing to do with Laker Nation. And in fact, I'm the friend that would be like, yeah, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? But he played better when he was, you know, in the schoolyard with the boys. And it's just because I was being like a lightweight hater, but not really, because I was really proud of his accomplishments. But I grew up a tomboy. So I was busting his balls a little bit. You know, I'm a real friend. But yeah, he's a phenomenal wonder on the court. You can't take that from him. I never would. But I was going to tease him a lot.
Yeah, we're definitely at a loss, but it just lets us know that life is precious and it's not promised. And we do have to live each day in our joy and in our peace. I really thank you for taking time out on your Sunday morning to chat with us, because I feel like I am chatting with a friend. And
thank you.
And I'm glad, that you accepted our invitation. Now I got to run and tell everybody that Punky Brewster is coming back and to check out our interviews. So